Welcome everyone to my other secret lair. Let's walk through and check some of this stuff out. Many of you guys have asked me over the last couple of years as I've had my little Instagram account, hey, can we come see your car collection? Can we come see it all? And I always say the answer is no, because my car collection is actually spread across different areas, right? And in fact, some of my cars aren't even in Utah. But today, we are in Southern Utah. This is my dream garage that we have just finished. So let me walk you through the cars that we do have here in this garage. First off, 2006 Mercedes Mclaren SLR. This is a supercharged V8 with, I don't know how many horsepower, like 617, I think, 617. The amazing thing about this car, look how long this hood is, okay? Compared to almost any other car, there is a massive supercharged V8 underneath the hood of this car, pumping out crazy amounts of horsepower and torque, okay? This thing is a torque monster. From down low, just 1,000 RPMs, I mean, it feels like a freight train pulling, and quite frankly, it sounds like a freight train pulling. And check out these doors, guys. These doors are some of the best doors in the game. How they kind of fly up like this. It gives this sense that the car actually has wings or something, but that it's flying. Interior, one-piece carbon bucket seats. They do move, which is nice, but it's pretty Spartan. There's not a ton of stuff in here, which I actually really appreciate. Most of my cars, if you notice the ones that I drive the most, there aren't a lot of bells and whistles inside the car itself. It's like, let's be purposeful about what we do here in the car. Okay, so after the SLR, I've got this amazing Mustang that my wife, Mrs. Utah Supercar owner, Rhonda, love you baby. She's the one that gave me this for Christmas. I'm so stoked on this car. This is easily the loudest car that I own, which is awesome. Rolled in to get some Chinese food last night and it was like all the heads just kind of turned because this thing rumbles the earth as we drive past. So 69, fastback, completely redone. You can see, how deep the paint is. It's on a new chassis. You can see these amazing wheels and tires. And follow me over here. This is, the entire interior has been redone and I absolutely love it. It's like so stunning. Check this thing out though. So, all new interior. I mean, look at like the cup holders. You've got this piano black finish throughout the whole thing. I have Bluetooth in this car, even though it's basically non-functional because it's so loud, but it's nice, to have your phone hooked up so you can stream music and things like that. I mean, even the steering wheel is kind of a work of art. Like, this is a really gorgeous car. Thanks to Josh at DT Auto Brokers that helped my wife source this car. It was a huge surprise. I loved it. And anyway, this is the Mustang. Okay, so this is my piece of marriage advice for everyone that's watching this video. Sometimes it's just better to ask forgiveness than permission, okay? So my two pieces of forgiveness lie right over here in this part of the garage, okay? I was like, Mrs. Utah Supercar owner, check out these limited Ducatis, look how cool they are. I want one so badly. And she's like, cool, in 9 years, you are able to ride a motorcycle when our youngest is out of the house. So here's the thing. I bought them today in preparation for 9 years from now, okay? Because these are limited. Check this thing out. This is a $12.99 Superleggera. Look at this, 183 of 500 for the world, okay? This bike absolutely rips. For the very first time last week, this bike was started up. We put fluids in it. We gave it a rip. Unbelievable bike. And this was preceded by the $11.99 Superleggera. Both limited to 500 units each. They have the race kits on them. They've got the, the additional exhaust that drops some pounds. Unbelievable, almost street legal race bikes. I have driven this one around the neighborhood and, much to the chagrin of Mrs. Utah Supercar owner, I absolutely love it. I won't take it out on the roads because I promised her that, but around the neighborhood, this is my little toy to drive around in. So everything I do, I try to make it purposeful in life, right? Like the cars that I buy, what experiences can I have in them? So I did want to point this out. For you piano geeks, you pianists, you musicians, this is a Bosendorfer that has actually traveled the world performing at different opera houses. This was my mom's before she passed away. It is now mine and I love it. And I think it's just this like beautiful showpiece. Look how shiny black the thing is. I don't even play piano, but my kids kind of play piano and I just wanted it so badly because it's such a stunning piece of art here in the garage. There's a few car customizers in the industry now that have really set themselves apart. Singer Porsche is one of those. Gunther Works Porsche, another one of those. And then I would add Emory Motorsports. So Rod Emory and his team have created this absolute masterpiece based on the Porsche 356. They go in, completely strip the car down to studs, and put it back together almost like it's a brand new car. So this car, my dad had a Porsche 356 back in the day. The thing barely moved. Like, it smoked, it barely moved. It was a beautiful car, but they're just not like great driver's cars, you know, in original form. And so I love what Emory has done with this car. They drop a hot rodded 2.0 liter engine in it. They redo the entire interior. I mean, check this out. Look at these. These are leather straps, like handmade leather straps on the front of the hood. Unbelievable condition. Like, you can't find a flaw on this car. It is so good and so pure and so pristine. And this thing rips for a Porsche 356. Upgraded big brake kits, new wheels, new tires, new running gear. I mean, the car is insane. I love this car though. One of my favorite cars to drive. This is the green side of the garage. You know how Picasso had his blue period? This is my green period of cars, okay? They're the only two green cars that I've ever actually owned. This one was Mrs. Utah Supercar owner's Christmas gift. So this is a 280 SL, 1968. I bought it on Bring a Trailer. Needed a little bit of work. Only has 32,000 original miles, but look at this stunning color combo. I mean, this like British racing green over tan interior. I mean, check this steering wheel out. Like, the steering wheel itself could be featured on Antiques Roadshow and get $1 million for it, you know? Like, oh my gosh, how'd you find that? That steering wheel is stunning. And look at this interior. It's an original interior. You see the shift knob, you see the steering wheel, I mean, even like the radio buttons. The whole thing is so beautiful and classic and pristine. I swear they don't make cars like this anymore. I also get the question, what's one of those cars that you really regret selling? And one stands out way more than others. And that was my Ferrari 812 Superfast. It was black over red. Unbelievable car. The V12 in this car, any V12 that revs to like almost 9,000 RPMs, that's a winner to me. Like, this car absolutely screams. The only thing better than my black Ferrari 812 Superfast is this car, the 812 GTS. This car with the mechanical folding hardtop is an unbelievable Ferrari. I think these, if you're looking for like investment grade stuff, this is blue chip right here. This is a blue chip Ferrari. It will only go up over time. The noises it makes, the stunning design. I mean, you have almost this speedster look hoop off the back. I mean, look, check this out. I mean, they've done aero in the top of the roll hoop right here. It's unbelievable. So I also would like to point out, this is a usable Ferrari. No? No? How do I get this thing open? I can put golf clubs in the back of this car. You ready for this? Check this out. It's not huge, but you can actually stick a golf bag in the back of the car, which is very unique for Ferrari. Most of my Ferraris that I've had, I have to put them in the front driver's seat. This car has actual usable space in the back. So the Pagani has been here for a little bit, but it's actually been gone for at least several weeks now. It's getting serviced in Southern California at the Pagani dealership. I'm going to be attending the Pagani Raduno in Palm Springs next week, or I guess in 2 weeks. And so 20 of us Pagani owners are gonna be getting together. It's gonna be an unbelievable time. I will say this for Pagani. Pagani has built an incredible owner's ecosystem. I didn't even know about this ecosystem. As soon as I posted that I had purchased that Pagani, I got a call from the CEO of Pagani North America. Then I got a call from their customer service person. Then I got a call from the dealership. Like, all within 48 hours of owning this car, I had this entire support system built around the Pagani, which as an owner of the Pagani, I sincerely appreciate, because oftentimes you don't know where to get your car service. It's like, there's not a Pagani dealer in Utah or Nevada, I don't think, or Colorado, or Idaho, or it's like, where do I send my car for help when it needs it? And every car is gonna need help at some point. So to all you folks at Pagani, thank you so much for making my introduction into your car ecosystem such a great one. Follow me really quickly, let's look at this. Okay, so I wanted all the space for cars, but then I also wanted to build something super cool for the kids outside. I've got a golf simulator in the basement. Check this out. I put in a skate park for my kids. We got the drop in. That lip over there is insane. Thank you to Spawn Ranches. Spawn out of, I think they're out of Southern California. Spawn absolutely crushed it. Adams Construction here in St. George killed the game on this whole build. You can look out over here. I mean, has there been a more picturesque garage setting ever? You know, I wanted these Ducatis to be able to have a beautiful view every day while they sat there unused. I've got the golf course. You got a miniature golf course that stretches the whole, you know, edge of the lot all the way down. So we got these cliffside golf, you know, golf holes. Anyway, this is my dream garage. I'm so stoked about it.
It goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
So I've talked about this before. The guys that are really big car guys, but like they keep all their stuff hidden in a garage and never drive it and never let anybody see it. I've never quite understood that because I've always been this like die-hard car fanatic. You know, even prior to being able to afford any of these things, it didn't matter which car I owned. Like I had a Volkswagen Jetta VR6 and like, I don't know, 2001 or something, and I loved that car, and I loved, you know, showing up to Volkswagen meets. I also just love, you know, one of my wife's favorite things to do with me, you know, we love to go for a drive. Like we just love to go drive. Kind of the point of a lot of this, one, I'd like to raise money for charity, and we've been able to do that in a pretty big way by sharing these cars, but two, some of the cars that I own, you can't see anywhere else, right? Like, you can't see a Koenigsegg, you can't see a Bugatti, you can't see a Pagani, at least here in Utah. And so I do really like sharing those because I was that kid once upon a time that really was so into cars but didn't really have access to them. So I've never gotten the point of buying something like a limited Ferrari and not sharing it with other people. Not to show off, not to brag. Money comes and money goes. Money doesn't make you who you are. It just magnifies who you are. And so if you're charitable before you have money, I found that those people become even more charitable. If you like to share things before, you're gonna share even more after. If you're a self-centered, you know, selfish human being, you're probably gonna be an even more selfish, self-centered human being. So sharing cars to me, like I love cars. I could sleep in a cardboard box, drive a nice car, and be totally content with my life. That's kind of my order of materialistic things, is I just love cars. And so that's just been kind of part of the fabric of my life is cars and the experiences you can have with them. This guy wants to race in the TRX. He doesn't know what's under the hood of this 1968 280 SL.
How many horses you got?
It has 120.
Oh, bet.
120 horsepower. Well, let's race for slips.
Yeah, you got me.
I actually just sold my TRX that I had built. I've owned it for 2 years. I have hammered that thing off-road. It is bulletproof. I did the Graham Rahal Performance Stage 1 package. Runs 800 plus horsepower. Phenomenal truck. But, you guys, I just replaced it with something really special. More to come on that. The most important part of any balanced nutritional diet, okay? The most important, and look at me, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Is a nice cup of hot chocolate from Dutch Bros. Every single day. If you do that, you can look like me, all right? Yes, sir. The beautiful part about Dutch Bros is there's an unlimited menu, okay? You can kind of create what you want. I almost always, and I'm talking 99% of the time, get hot chocolate, but today we are trying the Peach Rebel. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today on my little tour of the garage. You know, thanks for following along, and checking out some of the cars that are here in Southern Utah. I've got a few things in the works. Watch this channel. I've got my new amazing truck that replaced the TRX that will be coming soon. You guys are gonna love what we produce with that. I've got these wheels coming on the SLR. Got to figure that out. I actually just ordered wheels for the new Storado. I haven't even seen the Storado. It's not even in yet. It'll be in here in like 60 days, I think. We've already got wheels coming. I'm gonna do a gun rack. I'm gonna do a bunch of cool stuff on that, all right? So follow along. These cars are gonna be awesome, one of a kind. Thanks for following us.